Hello and welcome to another wonderful Warhammer Total War. How are you? It is Carpus, of course, here at Carpusgamechannel. I just start with the same thing as I just start all of my videos with I'm sorry it took a while. Work, and then out of work it's mainly with friends or my partner, or truth be told I'm also playing Oblivion again. So, why should I finish playing Oblivion now? I was playing Oblivion again. So that is why the delay of the videos from the PC side of things. But I hope you all had a wonderful time, and I'm back. As you can see here, I'm the wonderful Dwarfs. My army compilation is more or less the same as it has been for the last while. We against they are a vampire count nation, to which name I forgot, truth be told. If you guys can then see this symbol, you'll notice it more than I do. I haven't played it in such a long time. As of course you can see, there's a lot of cavalry as well I've got to find about. If you think I'm also stammering and saying a few things oddly, it's because I've actually recorded this before about 3 times, and then also recorded it live, but OBS had big issues. So now I'm currently just thought, alright, I'll just quickly use OBS Studio. Well, I could arguably just use Studio in general, but standard OBS really did F me over earlier today. So we're carrying on this again, so another little apology I have to make do here. From the start up, as you can see, he's reacted now to bringing his troops right across the right. We did start off, I wasn't entirely sure if he had troops down here. I wouldn't want to risk it. It's why I had some miners up here ready. And then the guerrilla deployment to get up there quickly. Meet up the Thanes and the Crawlers quickly. Again, bring up my miners as I just said. Warriors I have split currently. I've got some warriors to stick with the cannon. Same with my leader as well, Grim Iron Fist. So we've got him just to hold the line here, just a tad. I'm just going to bring up some of these guys here, but as I noticed that my cannon started to fire, I'm like, okay, it looks like he's actually coming in for quite a heavy charge. Starting to bring my crawlers down, and you can see I've got my crawlers in a line here. Going to hit into slow motion momentarily, just so I can tell you why that is wrong. Well, why at least I think that is wrong. Crawlers shouldn't have it here, down like this. They're covering an entire flank, basically with no support, and I need them to sort of cover this whole area, which is going to be fighting here. Oh, how many have I got? I've got 5 units, I believe. I don't intend to have more than 5 range units. What I should have done is brung up at least 3 of these units, had a couple cross up here, and then maybe 2 to cover this area here, but at the same time I needed the warriors that I had up here, or my miners, to come down and fight this. I do bring down my miners eventually. Warriors are a bit slow on the uptake, because I can't remember quite recall, but as you can see here, they're bringing some troops down into the darkness, so I'm going to need something to hold off. The cavalry is going to come up on the right hand side here. Most of their cavalry now are starting to charge in from the front line. My cannon is quite heavily firing, as you can see with the lines. I'm starting to bring up my Dwarven warriors. Bring up my Dwarven warriors just in front of my cannons, just to absorb the impact. Grim on something spreading out a little bit more, because I kind of want him a bit more here on the left hand side to hold up any cavalry charge that's going to come directly into my crawlers. Defend these guys quite late, again with the Thanes. If I had the Thanes down a little bit sooner, I should have had one maybe on this corner here, and maybe one more along this little hilltop. This could have been his little grudge mound, where he will not pass. But that's sadly of course not the case, and as you can see now momentarily the cavalry do just come in and hit me as hard as they can, smacking my Dwarf warriors back. Dwarf warriors do manage to hold it just this little bit here. As you can see I'm starting to spread now and get them actually to focus on the attack. Crawlers here got absolutely destroyed. Ungren tried to hold them back, but as you've got separate different melee here, it's way... That, as you can see, did not go entirely to plan. Bringing about my quarters now, it's probably something that I should have done a little bit beforehand. Thanes, as I said, should be a little bit more spread out. Try to get the Thanes just to hold back the cavalry charge like I did in the previous game, but unlike the previous game, the enemy general is just sort of telling them just to, don't worry about the Thanes, just run past them, they're dwarves, so you can kill all these guys up here. Same time we've got to be careful, as you can see, their general has summoned a fair few amount of zombies to help in their little fight, so this is something that we also got to be careful about. Completely disrupting my crawlers here and all the support they can give. Crawlers here and starting to rout. I have to bring back my cannons with haste as much as possible at least. I'm just going to stay in there and hold him, not entirely. I don't actually care if he dies, so at the end of the day he's a slayer. I see that and think you can go for it, whatever. Kind of shouldn't be in that mind frame, I know. Got my miners, as you can see, back up here now, throwing some of their satchels down to disrupt their lines. This is probably the best thing I can hope for now against their heavy cavalry. Well, actually, I probably hope for that a little bit sooner. I've done a little bit more damage, but the damage is beautiful. That is for sure. Crawlers here probably don't have any chance. They're just completely surrounded by zombies. That's unreal. Got some of my crawlers here back, as you can see. I got my cannon starting, going to get set position up soon. Got some warriors here to help in the defense here. Grim Tennessee is actually suffering quite badly in this fight. Even the zombies now popping up to actually give a little help. I'm sure in time, hopefully they manage to break through this. Not too sure if their general's going to stick in that fight or pull back. Losing some of my crawlers here. On this right hand side, as you can see, Dwarfs are just holding a massive ass line of cavalry, so that's great over there. We don't have to worry about that. They're behind a steel wall of shields. Grim, however, is now at the very last bit of his fighting days. Shame these warriors here didn't get there a little bit sooner. That's entirely my fault, obviously. Cannons are carrying on keeping up the relentless pressure though, because I got them to keep hitting against the general. Alongside of hitting the general, I got the crawlers up here now as well. My right, I need to get people to actually focus fire on this. I say that, you guys may need to turn around. There is stuff going on in this battle still. Gonna get these guys to pick up their cannons and then pull back a little bit, because again I still need the cannons in the conflict itself. Miners are starting to hold back this bit here actually on top of the hill, which is quite nice. My left hand side seems quite open and it seems like I can actually pull this through quite well. A couple of my Thanes now breaking out of combat. This guy should be moving a lot more. Sent up one, as you can see, into the heart of the combat a little bit more. I do believe I try and get this guy out to do a little bit extra, but I'm not entirely sure where I end up sending him. May have sent him against the zombies, which now have just sort of collapsed because the magic controlling them has worn out. Some of miners up here, however, are sort of holding against some zombies, and of course the cavalry units, which I've got to be careful about. The bit with miners may not be the most efficient. Oh, saw a couple of slouches going down there, though. On this hand side, as you can see, it looks like my warriors are completely destroyed in this combat. That is absolutely mad. Warriors here actually I think are holding quite nicely. The zombies may not be as efficient into the combat and the fighting. They look like they're quite worn out as well, which is quite humorous considering they are undead. At the same time, as you can see, the Black Knights are going to try and hold it. If they get a little charging on my side here, that could be quite disastrous for me. Coming over to get their general now, because their general's going to start some stuff up in the in this cannon area. You can not actually use anything these zombies. If you just turn them around, this unit here will be redundant, which would be very beneficial for him. Bringing up my quarrelers, as you can see here now, kind of coming through. I'm going to try and hit the general as much as possible, at the same time using my cannons just to keep hitting into them here. This is where I'm going to be careful now. The cavalry has completely broken through my right hand side lines, hitting into my Thanes. Again, as I have said, maybe in this video, but maybe in the several others I've recorded today, Thanes are quite a very tanky and versatile unit. They can hold their own in this sort of situation quite considerably. I say that, another hit comes in and starts to wear over just that little bit. Do believe they do hold in this, as you can see here now I'm bringing down my miners and my warriors. On the left hand side of the bat of the hill quite nicely. The rest of it may not be as convincing as you can see. Got some more warriors coming back on the left hand side to come back in the fight. Here I've got to be careful a little bit because they're starting to push through just a bit more. My cannons are sort of firing into the fight, but the quarters are going to be hit again by some of the cavalry units that they have, Black Knight cavalry, heavy cavalry. So as you can see, they've been hit by now, which I'm pretty sure I do, so I'll start putting these guys around just to help fire into these cavalry units to help support this, likewise with the cannon. I'm pretty sure their general was close to the end of dying. Also at the same time, there you go, I was about to say I should kind of devote these guys into the fight. Just a little bit. I'm not too sure if that's all of my troops. I'm pretty sure I still have some men over here after fighting the little cavalry unit that did come across. Not too sure why I haven't brought these over yet. This is something that I should have been a lot quicker on. They are going to be needed in this next little bit. Cavalry's all split up, as you can see, just hitting some of the crawlers and then pulling back. Didn't decide to disrupt these lines. If I was them, I'd try and get rid of all crawlers while you made out the effort and you'll get them. As you can see, we've got quite a big bulk of troops which have just been eradicated. As you can see, they managed to hit me quite nicely on the time. That's something I've got to be curious about. If I remember correctly, I do have some loose troops here on my flank as well. So I can quite easily bring them around. As you can see, they're also doing that with their cavalry. Really introducing my Thane now into the fight. There you go, I see them, they come again. Attack the orcs. This is not the time, we've got more things to kill. So, okay, that's fair enough. I need to bring up my miners now. They come around on the side. A few of my quarters still, of course, hitting as much fire as they can. Not all of my troops are trapped. I've got my Fade in there as well, which is quite nice. See, these guys are probably going to die. There you go, I initiated these guys. Probably could have spread them out a bit more, but I was like, I just don't want to get in on the fight. But of course, now with the general gone, most of the actual core power that's binding them together now dead and collapsed, I have managed to win. Oh, well, that was brilliant. I don't actually remember what I really spoke about now, but I said a lot of words, and I hope you enjoyed this little brief battle of Dwarfs versus, I'm just going to call them the vampire counts because honestly I have forgotten. It's right there, Mousillon. I've been Carpus. I truly hope you enjoyed this brief little game. More to come. Thank you for watching.